Alright, lay in your rods for your fuselage halves. Hook up all your stuff and try it out. Okay, we're going to turn our rudder, and that's how we're going to adjust this cable here. Make sure that everything slides real nice in each other. If you got to melt the path out, melt it out a little more. Okay, there's our throttle there. That kind of just hangs free for a while. Alright, try them out. You got to work real nice and smooth. Okay, this is our aileron. Once we like where it is right centered up, we're going to bend this side over so we don't keep grabbing it on things. Come straight back. Alright, there's our aileron torque rod. Get a piece of scrap foam and tape it down, that way it doesn't catch on your table. Alright, with all your cables taped down and everything looks like it works real nice, let's use 30-minute epoxy, and we're going to epoxy all our rods in. Let's start with our rudder cable. Okay, we're also going to use a little denatured alcohol. Mix it up with your epoxy, about a 60-40 ratio. 60 epoxy, 40 alcohol. And let's put it on some carbon fiber strips here. And it'll soak in real nice, being thin like this. It's going to be nice, lightweight, and strong. This is what's going to hold down these rods. It's not a whole lot of gluing, actually, just in a couple areas. So we'll place these strips, about every 4 or 5 inches apart. Okay, use a little tape on the other side to fit the carbon fiber around the rod. It'll lay down real nice, and we'll just peel this tape off later. Alright, we're going to use the regular thick epoxy here, right in the joint there, just on the one side. Alright, check out all that carbon fiber. Those rods aren't going anywhere. There's our throttle. We got our aileron and elevator on that side. And we're on this side, we're going to work on our elevator and our aileron rod. And once again, tape all the carbon fiber strips down so it kind of molds around the rods. Okay, once it's all dry and we got the tape off, you can get some 30-minute epoxy again and just kind of smear it in the joints. If you're quick, you can use 5-minute epoxy here, but you're going to have to be fast. We're not going to get any vibration out of these rods. We got a little scraper here. You can barely see it. It was clear. Okay, let's pull all our rods out and clip it right to the front there of the fuselage. Alright, we got a Sullivan 6-ounce tank here and an 8-ounce tank. Right, the 6-ounce doesn't need any digging the foam out. The 8-ounce does. It just depends on how long you want to fly. 12 ounces versus 16 ounces. Okay, use your diagrams from Sullivan and put those tanks together. Alright, there's where they go. Right up front, just ahead of the CG. Alright, put masking tape all the way around the fuel tank. We're going to later glue to that. Alright, this is our 8-ounce tank. And notice it doesn't fit in there real nice. So we're going to have to dig out some foam here. So mark where the tank goes. And get a file and let's kind of chew away at some of that foam. It's a neat thing about this foam. It's easy to work with and alter. Okay, we're going to put some tape around this tank also. Okay, lay our extension cord for our servo in our groove there and get your air lines. We want 2 red on one side and 2 purple on the other, and tape the front of it. Fit it through the fuselage and lay that down in the groove. Alright. Measure out 18 inches from your intake and make a mark. Stretch 1 red and 1 purple line to that length. Those are going to be for your main gears. Okay, we got the front ones right there. Alright, let's tape up your groove there. You can put a little epoxy in front of the tape. Okay, everything's looking good. Let's check out the line. It goes up on in there. Right next to the dash. Let's cut all of them and put the rest aside and save it. Okay, tape those lines up to the top. Alright, recheck that fuel tank. And let's make our nose gear mount. Alright, using the Robart nose gear 607. Let's make our nose mount. Alright, we got a mini servo here, Airtronics. And check out how the pneumatic system works. Robart gives you a real nice book with this. I like to color my lines, the red ones and the purple ones. They spell it out. But get yourself a pencil and color them in. Alright, using the templates, let's make our mount. Using the 1/8 aircraft ply. Cut out these sections right here. Okay, then we're going to put our blind nuts on the back. Mount up that nose gear. Cut the bolts off in the back if there's anything hanging out. Alright, let's tape our servo in and just try the action. Alright, we got a Z bender here. We've made our mark where that's going to go, and we'll make our Z bend here. These things work real nice. They're at most hobby stores. Alright. And cut it off right at the edge there. Hook up your servo. And let's try it out. Alright. Notice we have tape on the servo. We're going to just glue that on, and we're going to secure it with carbon fiber. It's a nice, lightweight holder. If you need to ever take it off, you just cut the carbon fiber, take the tape off, and you can retape it later and carbon fiber up again. Smear a little 5-minute epoxy on there, and let's tape her down. Get our carbon fiber here. 375 pounds of tensile strength. That's what that strand has. Okay, measure in a 1/2 inch. This will line up right there. Okay, you're going to have to cut out a little bit for the retract gear there. Just make your mark, and it's just a little ways. Heat up a torch. 256 wire works real nice, and make a little cut there. Works nice. And that fits just right in. Should fit in halfway. You can see the half line right there. Do the same thing to the other side. Okay, using the templates, make your bulkheads. Those fit right in the foam there. Got the notch for the 1/4 by 1/2 basswood. Okay, let's run our fuel lines. Run it right to the tip there where the 1/4 by 1/2 basswood goes for the nose gear, and then run it all the way out to the back here, and we'll stick it out about 6 inches. Alright, let's make sure everything works. We got some rubber over those quick links. I use fuel tubing, and we got all our cutouts made. It's a final check. We're going to glue this thing up here in a minute. Rudders are working good. Ailerons are working nice. Throttle, it's all down. And let's check it out. Start kind of fitting it together. Your back end is your main lineup. That must be straight. The rest of the plane, get it as straight as you can, but you must have the rear end lined up. That's where you start from. Alright, using 30-minute epoxy, I like to use DevCon. Let's spread it on the halves and let's glue this thing together. I like to use a spreader and start with your inside there. Basically, we just do the whole plane. Up there in our rudder area, on the insides, all the flat areas where the fuselage meets. Okay, we're going to lay a little carbon in where our rudder rod is going to go on the other side. Remember, it's already in. There we go. Add a little epoxy in there. And if your hands get a little sticky, use a little baby powder. It'll dry them out. Works good. Okay, we got epoxy on all the halves here. Let's put them together, and we're going to tape it all up. Let's get it to a line everywhere. Okay, we put it on the corner of the table here, and we got it squared up and all taped up.